Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Dalia and we are back once again on my Spring Island honey oats doing another speed build today. I know it's been a couple weeks since we've been on this island, considering I reset my other island, which if you didn't see that, I do have a new island started, so I'll leave the playlist for that down below if you would like to check out a couple of the videos I've made for that island so far. But yeah, I asked you guys a little while ago in the community tab what video you guys want to see today, and you guys voted whether between my shops and my villagers' homes, and today we're going to be building my shops. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more videos from me. So without further ado, let's get started because we got a lot of work to do. So we're going to be building in the bottom left hand corner of the island, as you can see, like where my villager is standing. And yeah, so without further ado, we're just going to start by fixing up this cliff area here. And I decided kind of last minute I wanted to include a incline, because in the little area that's just below here on the left, I want to make a little farm area for NOOK'S Cranny. So we're going to be just making a little incline, so I'm just fixing up the pathing a little bit, and yeah, then we're going to be putting the incline in. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know how you guys have been. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been on this island. As I said in my intro, I've started a new island. I did reset my previous island, and I'm going to be doing a summer tropical city island, which is my other island. I named it Guava, which I thought was quite a cute name. And yeah, that's the island that we've been making a couple videos on the last couple of weeks. So I haven't posted a video on this island either since the very beginning of July or the very end of June. I'm actually not sure, I can't remember. But anyway, now I'm just placing down some of the dirt path. I'm going between the light and the dark dirt, and I'm actually continuing this farm from the farm that I built in a previous video. That's on the second level, just directly behind this farm right here. And on that farm I have potatoes and wheat, so I decided for this I'm just going to use the rest of the things that we have. So I'm going to be using potatoes, sugarcane, and carrots. The only one I did not use for this video is pumpkins, but I wanted to do 2 rows of each vegetable or fruit in the case of the tomatoes. So I'm just quickly changing this cliff that's just at the front entrance of my island, just to give myself enough room to make one more dark dirt line. And then I also moved forward that little storefront building that I made. Then I started planting the fruit and vegetables. Like I said, I'm just going to be doing like 1 2 1 2 1 2 or 1 2 3 1 2 3, basically just to match the farm that I have on the top level. I thought it made sense. I thought it was quite cute, and I've never done a farm on 2 levels before, so I thought this is quite interesting. And I like creating little areas like with produce right next to the NOOK'S Cranny. A lot of my previous builds on other islands for the NOOK'S Cranny have also included like a farmer's market, which I'm not including in this island, which I'm kind of like surprised about. But I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I just quickly extended the path from the beginning part of my island entrance, and then from the incline that we previously built in. I've decided that a lot of the pathing that I do in these videos I'm gonna cut, because you guys really don't want to watch me place pathing. I already cut a lot of it out anyway. And you've seen this path before. You've seen it. This is the only path I'm using on this island. I love her to death. She's beautiful. It's by Voice Crossing, which if you haven't seen any of their videos, they are YouTubers as well, and they make amazing custom designs. So I'll leave them linked down below, as well as all of the other custom designs I have on this island, so you guys can check them out. So anyway, I did time travel and move in my NOOK'S Cranny, and now I'm placing my Able Sisters. I will tell you guys right now that I'm actually not completely happy with the placement of my Able Sisters, so I might actually be moving it off camera. Probably not in this video, obviously, but I feel like it needs to be a little bit further back so I can get better photos of the NOOK'S Cranny and the Able Sisters together. But yeah, that's for a different, either a different video, or I'll just do it off camera and just change it. So then I decided, once again, because I am making a waterscaping part in every single video that I've been doing for this island, or every single build I've been doing for this island, that I'm just going to continue the river that I have for my river mouth, which is on the top left part of my map. And I'll show it to you guys in a moment what it looks like on the map. And then down here, I decided to create a little pond, just because it kind of stops like at a really awkward angle. I won't be decorating a lot of the beaches on this island. I do include a small beach decorating part in the end of this video, but for the most part the beaches will be empty, so cutting off access to the beach by placing a little pond, honestly, just it makes sense. You will see for a minute that I tried to do like a little cliff to make some waterfalls. It does not work out, so completely ignore that.
You didn't see anything, right?
But I basically just wanted to create some waterscaping leading all the way down like from top to bottom of my map, where you can see I have my campsite right now. I probably won't be keeping my campsite here. My campsite, I haven't even thought about where I wanted to place it, so it's just kind of there for right now. I will most likely either be moving it to the very right side of the island where Captain's boat is, or just I'll be throwing it on a beach somewhere, like just randomly, and maybe building like a very little small campsite with like some kids' tents. So yeah, I'm just like mapping out the waterscaping for here. I don't go into detail for the waterscaping, and I most likely will change it in a future build, but for right now I just kind of want to get the general layout of it so I can see what it looks like on my map. As you can see, it's just basically a straight line going from the top all the way down, and obviously I do little zigzags to make it look a lot more natural. And then I really wanted to place a bridge. That's the main reason I wanted to create this waterscaping, is because I wanted to put a bridge between NOOK'S, CRANNY, and the Able Sisters. Like you can see, it's just they're not leveled out in the way I kind of wanted them to be. So I most likely will be moving the Able Sisters back, which won't be that big of a deal. I do have the space for it, but don't do this in this video. So anyway, let me just take a sip of my iced coffee because I've been talking for like 6 minutes. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just finishing the outline of the river. As I said previously, I want to include as much waterscaping in all of my builds that I possibly can, just because I want to challenge myself to do more waterscaping, because it's something I'm not 100% like confident with. And also in some of my previous islands I had next to no waterscaping, so I want to change that up. I want to do a lot more waterscaping. I want it to look more natural. This is a very natural island, very overgrown with tons of flowers and trees and things, so the waterscaping just kind of naturally falls into that category. So I'm just finishing up the pathing and then just completing it. I decided just to lead the pathing all the way up to the next cranny. I do end up placing a deck where the Able Sisters is, but I like the dark dirt pathing that I have, and the steps, the garden steps that come with the path. I felt like they complemented the steps that lead up to the next cranny quite nicely. So yeah, then I'm just placing the rest of the pathing going up here, like I said, and then I'll be using this white 3-tile deck, or kind of like an off beige-ish white. I felt like it went with the NOOK'S cranny a little bit, but it goes with the Able Sisters a lot better. The color matches the Able Sisters door and like the trim around the exterior of the building, so it works out. And I've used this a couple times on my island, and because it takes up 3 spaces, I want to utilize it as much as I possibly can, so that's why I decided to use it there. Now I'm just running around and I'm placing down some trees. A lot of the trees I'm actually placing down here, I do move around and change about a little bit, but I just wanted to plant some full-size trees and just kind of figure out where I wanted to plant those. And then I went around and planted some saplings that I can stunt into smaller stage growths of the tree growth. And then I'm just placing down some trees behind the Able Sisters just to kind of like finish up the build. Like I said, I don't decorate behind this building at all through the video, so I can easily move the building if I want to later on. And then I started planting some flowers, and if you know and have seen any previous videos on this island before, my color scheme, as you can probably tell by the flowers I'm planting, are blue, white, green, and yellow for this island. So the pops of color that I mainly get for my blue especially comes from the flowers I use, and I exclusively use blue hyacinths and blue windflowers. I don't use cosmos, or not, there's no blue cosmos. I don't use any blue roses or pansies. I wanted to, but I felt like the colors were a little bit too vibrant, and because this is a spring island, and even like the grass and the trees and everything aren't to the full brightness yet, they're still a little bit more muted. I wanted the colors that I'm using for all my flowers to be as muted as I possibly can get them. Even the blue windflowers are very vibrant, but I need that pop of blue to come from somewhere, so we went with it, and I think they're quite cute. It's the only blue windflower I use. I'm not the biggest fan of the windflowers, but the blue windflowers are quite pretty. So I'm just completing the pathing. I did place those 2 stepping stones right there, like the stepping things, because I will be, like I said, making a very small beach build. I'm going to be creating a little laundry area for Able Sisters. So I just time traveled and grew all the trees in and stunted them the way that I wanted to. And then I took a break from planting the trees and placing all the flowers down to put down some furniture. Now, to kind of go with the farm on the top level, I decided to make a little, kind of like a little shed, just using a couple of storefronts up against this, it's like a really weird cliff. And I didn't want to go too busy because it's such a small area. So I'm just creating a little like makeshift shed using the storefronts faced side by side. And then I use some barrels just to put random items down. It's very simple, honestly. When you place or create a garden, you just put items down that relate to gardening. And keeping my color scheme in mind, I do place down a couple of items that are blue and yellow. I use the little elephant watering can, which I've never used before, and it's so cute, and it's blue, so it fits my color scheme so well. It's adorable. And then I place this little hand cart down as well, which is yellow, obviously, as you can see. So once again, just creating those pops of color wherever I can. I did originally have a garden table with some potted starts right here, but I felt like it was too tall, so I just quickly replaced it with the leaf stool. And I do put the starters down, but decided I don't really like how big it is compared to the leaf stool, so I switched it for a lantern, which is yellow as well. So I'm getting my pops of color the best way that I can. I do use the little plant starts, and I just put them in a little empty corner. And yeah, I'm just kind of filling the spaces in the best that I can. And then next to the NOOK'S cranny, I wanted to keep it really simple, and then just place some boxes down. Usually I would do like shipment boxes and make it look as if like they're getting and receiving a lot of shipment for their like furniture, but I kept it quite simple. I did use this cage card just because it's like really, I don't know, I felt like it fit the area, and you can see through the cage, so I felt like it didn't take up too much space, and it still kind of blended in, and it is a white coloring, so it kind of works. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. So then I placed down these ankle signposts. I'm placing the ankle signposts right there leading. One is showing the direction to NOOK'S cranny, and one's showing to the Able Sisters. Obviously, I never use the angled signposts enough. So I want to start utilizing them more because I really like using them. I use the destination signpost a little too much in my build, so I'm trying to use other signage. And yeah, now I'm just placing down more flowers. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not the most entertaining part of the video, but a lot of the decorating for this island is just placing down flowers, which I've actually been really enjoying doing. It's a lot of fun just placing down tons of like foliage, and the wheat fields and like the green leaf piles. It makes the island look so beautiful and natural, and I really like it. And another thing I'm doing in all of my builds is making little picnic areas. So this area I will be decorating later, but I just placed down some of the blanket designs, both of which you can find in my custom design list in the Google Doc on in my description, like I mentioned before. But yeah, I make a little picnic area, which I'll be decorating a little bit later on. Then I moved on to the little laundry area. I did fiddle around with the color scheme because I didn't know what colors I wanted to go with. Like, I was like, do I want to go more blue because I'm right next to the ocean, or do I want more green? I felt like this one was a little bit too light. You couldn't really tell the color of the blanket, so I do switch it for the yellow one. So I did a yellow blanket and a green blanket with some ruffles on the end of the green blanket. And then here's where I'm replacing a bunch of clotheslines. I felt like this is just an area where the Able sisters can just like come out and do their laundry, or like, I don't know, just, you know, it's a cute little laundry area. Like, and what's better than a laundry area on the rocks? Like, I've done builds like this tons of times in the past, and it's so cute. And I have done a lot of laundry areas with a lot of the new items, so I incorporated a couple of new items into the build too. I won't lie, I think the majority of the items I use are pre 2.0, so I'm definitely gonna have to make another build, like another laundry area with a lot more 2.0 items, because I felt like I didn't really utilize them that much. I do put the decorative bottles here for that pop of blue, and then a bunch of wash tubs just because I love the wash tubs and they're obviously perfect for this particular build. And then a little classic picture in the white and blue color just to give myself a little more white to the build too. I think this area is much more cottagecore than anything else, but I really love it. I just think it's really sweet. And then I also placed down some of these plant designs on the rocks just to give like a little bit of a pop of green. I was originally going to put down some wheat fields, but I felt like that would be a little bit too, I don't know, a little bit too messy. This looks more like little pieces of seaweed or little pieces of like foliage that have just like washed up on the shore, and they're really cute. So yeah, I'm just finishing up the area by placing a couple more items down, finishing off the area with a portable radio just because why not. And that was it. So then I went back to planting more flowers, you know, because can't have too many flowers. And then I'm refinishing off by decorating that little picnic spot in a little bit. I really don't like how the Able sisters looks decorated in the front, so please ignore it. I'm probably gonna end up changing it, but for right now, I think I never know how to decorate the Able sisters without placing down like just a bunch of items that are related to like sewing or like clothing. I feel like I probably should place a couple of like custom designed dresses or something there. Like I fiddle and change it. Like I have like a garden wagon there and then I change it later on. Like it's just very messy, but I was really finished and over decorating at this point. This build did take me a few days to complete, not because it was complicated, but just because I was focused on like playing on my other island, and then I just kind of like lost inspiration for this build a few times. I'm really happy with the final build, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but yeah, you know, like when you're never like fully satisfied with the build, and you know that you can definitely go back and like change it and make it a lot better than it is. That's kind of like the feelings that I was getting from this build, which is there's nothing wrong with it, but you know, it's like, it's just one of those things. So I'm just gonna take one more sip of my drink. 1 second.
I'm thirsty. Refreshing.
I did ask you guys in either my last video or the video before if you guys would prefer commentary in my videos as opposed to me just playing music, and you guys said you like the commentary, so I'm talking through this whole video and you get to hear me, and I'm actually recovering from being sick, so my voice is a little scratchy right now. It doesn't sound like it's coming through too much, but I definitely feel like when I play back the audio, it's definitely going to feel like it. Anyway, yeah. So the final thing I'm placing down is, like I said, the little picnic spot. And I decided to create a little bit like sewing picnic. It sounded so cute in my head. So I placed down like this sewing project, and then I used the round pillow. And then it looks so cute, and either this could be like a little place that Sable or Able come and visit, or just like an area that anyone can come and do a little sewing project, and I think it's so cute. And then the last thing I'm doing is just placing down a couple more wheat fields and green leaf piles. Once again, I swear these items have like been my favorite items to decorate. Like, I love how natural it makes the area and overgrown it makes the area feel. And then just as I'm finishing up, I place a couple of vines on just the corners of my cliffs. There's not a lot of cliffs in this video, so there's only a few vines being placed down. But after that, we will officially be finished with the video. And yeah, I time travel to early morning. This is around like 6:30, 6:20. My favorite time of day in the game, honestly. It just looks so beautiful. And yeah, without further ado, let's go check out the final walkthrough. Alright, that is everything for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I am actually so happy with the way that this build turned out, and we're like, I don't know, 75% complete this island. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos I make. And yeah, I hope you guys all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!